Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Barenpark. In Barenpark, each player is trying to build their own bear park. The gameplay is relatively simple. Each turn has probably only one thing to do. There may be three things, but that's further into the game. At the early stages, there really is only one or two things you're going to do each time. The first thing you need to do is take your tile. So I've set this up as a two-player game. The start player gets the porta potty tile. The second player will get the slightly larger playground tile, which takes up 2 squares. You place your starting tile on one of the spaces on your available board. Whatever icon you cover up will give you a bonus or something extra that you'll do to set yourself up for your future turns. So this icon, if I place my porta potty there, I've covered up the icon with the working men, which means I will get to choose one of these 2 extra tiles to place somewhere in my park. I can place it there, there, or there. Where you place it doesn't actually matter according to the rules, but obviously can affect how you play the game in future turns. If I were to place my tile there, covering up one of these wheelbarrow icons, I would be able to claim one more of these green tiles. If I place it over the white cement truck, I'll be able to claim one of the white tiles, which are the bear enclosures. The bear enclosures have points on them. The green tiles have no points on them. You will get points at the end of the game for the number of points on your board. So by placing my first tile there, I would claim one of these. Let's say, for example, I grab this one. I will get 6 points at the end of the game. And you notice the next person to claim one of the tiles of the same size will only get 4 points for that. Now, going back to my turn, if this was my initial turn, so I got a second board out, I now have no more tiles for placement. So all I'm able to do is take one of these green tiles. So I might decide to take one of the street tiles into my pile. Now, on my next turn around, I will place this particular tile. Now, I'm not allowed to place the tile anywhere over here because I have to touch previously placed tiles. So I may choose to place it there. I have covered up a white cement truck by placing it there, which means I will now claim one of these white bear enclosures. If I, for example, chose to grab this panda bear enclosure, I would get 6 points at the end of the game, and the next person who claims the same type of tile will only get 4 points. So it's a descending point value in each pile. And that will just go into my reserve. So my next turn, I might place it here, because once again, I can't place it there or anywhere over here. I have to have at least one edge touching one edge of a previously placed tile. By placing that tile there, I have covered up 2 of the green area spots. So I may choose to grab this one, which will take up 2 squares in my next turn, and let's say I grab another street. All of these green areas have no points on them for me at the end of the game. All they do is fill up some spaces. So what I'm able to do is throw this one in to fill up, to cover up those 2 cement trucks. I'll claim 2 of the cards from up here. So I might claim that one. Once again, I've claimed one worth 6 points. Next person to get one of those same shaped tiles will only get 4 points for it, etc. So you can see how this game will build and gradually build. The placement of these tiles, you must be touching other tiles. You can't obviously have them hanging over the edge of your park or sitting over the top of other tiles. That should go without real explanation, but there you have it. The only other 2 symbols on the cards are these orange trucks. The orange trucks allow you to claim one of the orange tiles, which are worth higher points and take up more spaces, and these holes. Now, you'll notice I've built around the hole on this board. That's because you're not actually allowed to build over the top of those holes. Once a board is completely covered, as soon as you do that, at the end of your turn, you will take the highest value statue tile. Notice that this one's worth 16 points as the highest value currently available. And that would become basically a manhole cover over the hole. And that will give me 16 points at the end of the game. Play will continue until one of the players has filled in. Now, the only way to fill these in is by actually putting in the tiles. So imagine I've placed tiles all the way around. As soon as this last 4th manhole statue cover point is taken, every other player will get 1 more point, and that is the game. So just to revise, you place a tile, you take tiles depending on which icons you've been covered up, and then you place a bear statue if you have completed a board. That's the 3 actions available to you. Now, there is a expert variant. They call it expert variant. I suggest including it if you've got games that are going to be able to handle all of those ideas really quickly. And it's about achievements, and they are these cards. So there's a whole pile of different achievements. You'll only have 3 available on each game. There are 3 cards in the pile of descending point value as well. In a 2-player game, you're only going to put 2 of them out. And you will get extra points at the end of the game if you've claimed these achievements. So once you've fulfilled what's necessary on your board during a turn, you'll be able to claim the top one of these. You can only claim 1 of each type of achievement through the game, even if you manage to achieve it more than once. So this tile requires that you lay 3 of the polar bear tiles, which are these guys, or either of these 3. They all count as polar bear tiles, and it doesn't matter which sizes you put in to be able to claim that, but as soon as you've placed 3 of them, you would claim the top of these cards as points at the end of the game. The other ones that we've got out at the moment, and I'll go into this when I get to the game display, is this one is claimed if you manage to get 6 of the green tiles all touching each other. So these are the green tiles. I've currently got 3 touching each other on this board, so if I continued up this way with some green tiles, that would enable me to claim that one. And this one can be claimed if you've got 1 of each of the 4 different bear enclosure tiles in the white ones. What they do is fairly self-explanatory. I won't go into them any further. They're listed on the back of the rulebook, but the iconography is fairly straightforward, especially once you've looked it up. It's a really good reminder. I will leave it there. That is Barenpark. I hope that this helps you get Barenpark to the table. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Check out my new blog, thegamesplainer.wordpress.com, to read about all the games I'm playing each week. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining, and until next time, enjoy gaming.